Hello guys, welcome back to the Red Devil Stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. We have a lot of things to talk about today, believe me guys. There have been some quotations coming out from Sir Jim Ratcliffe regarding the sale. There have been some news regarding Mason Greenwood. There is an Andre Onana update, and there is also some news regarding Harry Maguire as well. So yeah, we will have a lot to talk about today. Hi guys, hello guys, thank you for joining. Hi Onindo. So Onindo is already our question. I will get to your questions, Onindo. I will definitely do that. But let me start with something really exciting, that there are some news coming around regarding the sale process from Jim Ratcliffe himself. Though he was caught a bit off guard, I must say that he was in a book launch show, and there he was, and the reporter, got him and asked about the Manchester United sale process. So we will cover that today. We have some quotations coming out from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Siddharth is saying, hi bro, you look more energetic today. Okay man, thank you man. I was actually, I felt a bit more asleep today. So yeah, I was pretty worried that I would be late for the live show. But yeah, when I woke up, I woke up so hard, when the news hit me. So yeah, I will be covering that. So it would be a really interesting show, guys. And Onindo is saying, among all the players of this new season, who is best and also going to take the champion? See, the thing is that, Onindo, as I have said earlier, right, that we have a bit of a time left in our transfer market. So we don't know actually that how many players, what quality of players we are going to get. So it will depend, the answer will depend to your question on that particular thing. So, but if you ask me right now, who can be the game changer? See, to be very honest, there are a few options actually. We can't say for sure that a player who have played in championship will not play well in Premier League, or he will play well in Premier League. I am talking about Amad Diallo. Yes, man. So yeah, I guess he could be a guy we could watch over, in the coming season. He could be really important to us. Also, obviously, Mason Mount, he can change the game. He has that ability to change the game. We already have played in the last season. We have seen that we have some, major drawbacks. We have had some major flaws. So I guess in that case, yeah, Mason Mount could be a, key part for our next season. But as I have said, there are so many players out there who we can buy, who are linked with us. So if we get those players as well, this scenario may change. Siddharth is saying, who is Man United's greatest player of all time? That is a really hard question, Siddharth, actually. There are so many players, right guys? So many legends we have had. So it would be really hard for me to say one name for them. But if I have to take one name, as I have said, my favorite legend from all the legends is Wayne Rooney. So if you ask me that who is Man United's greatest player, I would definitely say it would be Wayne Rooney, man. For me, it's Wayne Rooney. If somebody else has some other choice, I would respect that as well, because they are choosing a Manchester United legend as well. So yeah, if someone goes for a player like Roy Keane, or maybe Gary Neville, maybe Rio Ferdinand, maybe David Beckham, maybe Eric Cantona, maybe George Best, players like that, I will applaud that as well. But to me, it's obviously Wayne Rooney, man. Devoshi saying hi. Hi Devoshi, hi. I was really worried that you guys would remember that today the show would be in 4 p.m. right guys? So I was a bit worried, but here you guys are. I'm so glad that you guys are able to join me right now. So yeah, let's, without any further ado, let's get started. There was some news coming out regarding, not news, there are actually quotations coming out from Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself. So what he has said, he was in a book launch actually, and the reporters asked him about many things. So the things he has started talking with, I will quote you. I have signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't say too much. But there is still a process, and we are in the process. That is the key thing. See, we have discussed it earlier in our sessions, right guys, that we all have seen the video that came out from Rio Ferdinand. We have maybe followed or maybe heard or seen some reporters, claiming that the sale will happen tomorrow or today or the day after. So yeah, I have said that you can't claim those kind of things without any solid knowledge. And when it comes to Manchester United sale process, they have signed NDA, non-disclosure agreements. I have said that, right, guys? So they can't just come out and say, yeah, we heard that Manchester United will get sold tomorrow. No, there is no reporter out there who have that knowledge. So when they're saying that, believe me or not, the guess is the 99% chances they are lying. So anyway, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has said that I have signed a non-disclosure agreement. So I can't say too much, but there is still a process and we are in the process. Okay, guys, so that's what he came out. There is also a lot of things he said. Let me go through the chat for 1 second. Devoshi is asking whether it's Manchester United versus Liverpool or it's Manchester United versus Manchester City. For me, it would be Manchester United versus Liverpool, man, because we have the legacy. No matter how much I hate Liverpool, I will respect, I do respect them as well. Really sorry. I believe me or not, guys, I hate them a lot. But if you can, in a sense of rivalry, I do set them as our rival, as our proper rival, who have a history as well, who have a legacy like our club, Manchester United as well. So yeah, I would take Manchester United versus Liverpool rather than Manchester United versus Man City, man. Hi, Rihan. Rihan is saying rat. Yeah, man. He is behaving that way at least. So you also gone on and have said, we have a good offer. We have met the Glazers a couple of times and we had a good conversation, but at the end of the day, it's their decision. We would still very much like to do it. I also believe we would do a good job and do it for the right reasons. See, I don't care what Sir Jim Ratcliffe thinks about the Glazers. I really can't give, a single toss about it. But yeah, the thing he is saying there, that, the conversations are very well on with him and the Glazers. So yeah, believe me or not, when those news came out, that yeah, we are in the verge of sale, that yeah, we will sell tomorrow. When Ferdinand came and told that he has some greatest of sources and those who have claimed to him that yeah, the club will get sold tomorrow, he has announced that on air and without any confirmation as much. So yeah, I really do not appreciate those kind of news. The people who are coming out and saying that kind of things, they shouldn't have done that. And you know why? Because it just put pressures on fans like us. Because we hold our all hope on that particular statement in hoping that yeah, we will get some news tomorrow, and eventually we doesn't. Eventually we doesn't get the news even the day after tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and it goes on and on. So yeah, man. Anyway, see, the thing is that if you ask me, I really would say that, see, we should not forget what Sir Jim represents, and he is saying, but yeah, we have a good talk with the Glazers and all that stuff. But let's not forget that he also bid for Chelsea in the last April. Okay, guys. So before bidding with us, he tried to bought Chelsea. He tried to bought Barcelona as well. But there is a tricky part to him. He always tries to buy 50% of any club. Doesn't matter if it's Barcelona, doesn't matter if it's Chelsea, doesn't matter if it's Manchester United. He always goes in for 50% of the club. He never tries to buy the 100% of the club. You see, guys. So yeah, and he is saying that yeah, we have a good bid and all that stuff. But I still remember he also said this kind of thing when it came to Chelsea. Believe me, guys, he said that yeah, I have made a good bid for Chelsea. My bid is better than Todd Bowley's and all that stuff. I remember still Chelsea fan asking why your bid is better than Todd Bowley's, because he is willing to pay more money to buy the club. He will buy the 100% of the club, which you are not. And second, he will spend, a huge amount of money in the club after he gets the club. Same as, in our case, it's Sheikh Jassim. So yeah, in Chelsea's case, it was Todd Bowley, and he won the race, losing, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And here is the same thing as well. He is saying that his bid is good. He will, and that nonsense statement from him that he will put Manchester United back to Manchester United. I will never understand what that means. So if you guys can, decipher that code, please let me know in the comment box that what does it mean? What the hell does it actually mean that he will put Manchester United in Manchester United? I will never get that sentence, man. Believe me. Anyway, I will, go for a chat. Hi, bro. No, man, it's absolutely okay. It's a. Don't be sorry that you are late. I really hope so. That Man United will be successful again. As Man United fans, no matter what happens, no matter who takes over our club, that will the only hope that will bind us together, right, guys? We can't get demoralized by things like that. We have to keep our hope and hope for the best, and hope for the best for the future of our club, man. So yeah. Aritra is saying hi to everyone. Hi, Aritra. How are you, man? I'm fine, Aritra. How are you doing? Please let me know that. Rohit also joined us. Hi, Rohit. What the hell, man? What the hell? Yeah, seriously, man. This shit will go on and on and on, and I will say that what the hell, man. I mean, seriously, what the hell? We have been through so much with the sale process. We have been listening to the news, the rumors for the past 8 months, and after, we were a true resilient fan when it came to the sale process. I know there are fans who made the protest, and they have every right to, protest in front of the stadium, in front of their superstore or something like that, where they, sell their merchandise. We have seen when our new jersey came out, there were protesters in front of Old Trafford who were stopping people to buy the new jersey so the Glazers won't be funded anymore. I get those, but yeah, we have had such rough journey, guys, with the Glazers and with, with Sir Jim in prospect. It just makes me sick, man. So anyway, it didn't stop there, these quotations. He also said that when he was asked about, particularly for, about Manchester United, he said, they ain't making them anymore. Manchester United and these types of clubs, it's like art or areas like that. When you have special things and their value continues to pick up over the time because they are very special and rare, I don't like throwing away money or losing. He said this when the reporter asked about Manchester United and what about, what in a profitable way, how he is seeing Manchester United, and he said that they ain't making them anymore. And these types of clubs, it's like art and areas like that. When you have special things and their value continues to pick up over time because they're very special and rare, I don't like throwing money away or losing. So it's a very contradictory statement actually. He says he's not for the profit, he's not in Manchester United for the profit of it, but he also says that this kind of things are like art and it will, eventually get more valuation when the time passes. So it is a contradictory, statement. I would really say that it's really contradictory, but it doesn't end here. Anyway, let me see. Rohit is asking, why is not Manchester United performing well? In your point of view, what changes in the team should they make? I will get back to you, Rohit. Believe me, I will get back to this point. But let me, wrap up the Sir Jim, that almighty shit. Anyway, Ritesh have joined us. Okay. So, the one main question the reporter asked him is that, what about owning a football club? And the answer will disgust you, believe me. The answer he gave, it disgusted me, believe me or not. He says, it's one of our key interests. Get the lads in the pub, and football is one of the few subjects we talk about. It's football. We have worked really hard all our lives. Now we have made a bit of money. So we are allowed to have some fun as long as it's sensible economically. I will repeat that. Now we have made a bit of money, so we are allowed to have some fun as long it's sensible economically. I have said it over and over again, guys, that it's a vanity project for him. It's all about his vanity. It's about his legacy that he will put a name in history as a Manchester United owner. And this is all it is to Sir Jim's bid. This is why he just wanted to bid for the majority of the share, but not the whole of the club. Because let's not forget, if he gets a hold of the club, we will not be, we will be kind of in the same situation as we are with the Glazers. Because the debt will still be there. The Glazers will still be there. So I really don't know how he could expect, and especially when you are trying to buy a club like Manchester United, you know how huge the fan base is. You need those fans beside you, supporting you for to get the club. But when you come out and speak senseless like this, like the way he had spoken in this particular interview, I am astonished, man. I am overwhelmed. I am disgusted, man. Seriously, how could he have come out and said things like that it's fun for them? Owning Manchester United is fun for them because you know why? Because they have worked hard their entire life and it's time to have a bit of fun. And when it's time to have a bit of fun, what does he think about? He thinks about to buy Manchester United. This is fun for him, man. This is fun for him. It just fucking disgusts me, man. I would not lie about it. Or will you be saying almighty push? Yeah, I give it. Sheikh Jassim should give him almighty push, I really think so. It would work. Or it's what will be your Manchester United squad for next season? Guys, I will come back to you. As I said to Rohit, I will get back to you guys in your questions as well. I will answer your question. But let me just wrap up this. If you have any questions regarding Sir Jim, you can ask me. So yeah, these are the things that came out regarding Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Give me just a moment, guys. So okay, yeah. See, the thing is that we can't possibly have an owner who are like a replica of the Glazers. That is the bottom line, man. We can't afford to have an owner like Glazers. And if you ask me where we were, before maybe 6 days, 7 days past, we are actually further away from Sheikh Jassim right now. Because all the newspaper outlets, even Reuters, the financial group newspaper, those who covers the financial news, they have also said that Sheikh Jassim is not looking it like the way that it's Sheikh Jassim versus Sir Jim Ratcliffe. No, it was like Sheikh Jassim or no sale. But as we have all known that the two Glazers, Avram Glazer and Joel Glazer, are reluctant to sell the club because they want a minority percentage in the club even after selling the club. So yeah, and who offers them that? Who offers them that? Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I know that Glazers are the one who are delaying the sale. I know that. I accept that the Glazers are the only one who are delaying the sale. But I would say that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is fueling them to do so. Believe me or not, if Sir Jim Ratcliffe wanted to buy the 100% of the club like Sheikh Jassim, I'm pretty sure we would have already, Qatar would have already gotten the club. Because it would have been clear. Because as we all know, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a wealthy person. He is a billionaire, but he is not as wealthy as Sheikh Jassim. So if he was going for 100% of the club, it would have made sure that Sheikh Jassim would have won. But what did he do? He made a deal with the devil, a proper devil man. He get into bed with the Glazers. He actually get into bed with the Glazers even before he bought the club. So he is against all of us, of all United fans, even before he bought the club. What do you think that he will, invest in our infrastructure, invest in our women's team, invest in our academy, invest in our stadium, invest in our first team, what will he do? If he have to borrow money to buy the club, and he will eventually, as his proposal says, that eventually in the time period of 3 years or 4 years maybe, he will buy out Joel Glazer and Avram Glazers as well. So how will he get all those money in 2 or 3 years time to buy those fuckers out? And also, how will he accumulate all those money to spend on the Manchester United infrastructure? I really don't know. If he have to borrow money to just buy the club, how could you invest in it? Then again, you have to borrow money then. And we are already in a billion, near about a billion. We are in debt, man. 728 million pounds we are in debt right now. 728 million pounds, it's around, I guess, 850 to 900 million euros, guys. So yeah, we are in a huge amount of debt, and this guy comes out and says things like it, that we want to own Manchester United because it's fun. It's fun to own Manchester United. When you are passionate about something, when you are worried about something, when you love something, you can't have fun with that thing, man. You can have a pleasantry, but you can't have fun. When it comes to club like Manchester United, man, I seriously mean it. Anyway, I will get back to you guys. Let me Rohit asked me, why is Manchester United not performing well in your point of view? What changes in the team should they make? See, the thing is that before Erik ten Hag arrived in our club, we have seen that in the Ole era and even after Ralf Rangnick came along, there was a bit of an attitude that the players run the club. At least it seems that way, that the players don't give a shit about who their manager is, who their authority is, who is giving them orders. It didn't matter. The chain of order just broke down under Ole and even under Ralf Rangnick. But when it came to Erik ten Hag, I must give him the credit. I know the way he handled the situation of Ronaldo. I am a Ronaldo fan. Believe me, man, I'm a hardcore Ronaldo fan. But I do get that. Why did he do that? He had to make a statement point. He had to make a statement point of, you need to know who is the fucking boss right now. No matter who you are, even you are a player like Ronaldo or Messi, you are not my boss. It's actually the reverse. It's actually the other way around. No matter who you are, no matter how many things or how many trophies you have achieved, at the end of the day, I am your boss, you are not mine. So that is the case, I guess, that needed to be changed, which Erik ten Hag did. He did put a good grip, around the authority. So I would give him that credit, at the very least, I will give him that credit. And obviously, if you want to, you want to conclude in this thing as, the way we played, obviously, as I've said, that we had some major flaw. We made some huge mistakes in our gameplay, but we also played very well in some matches as well. So it was a bit of a mix of good and bad, and I really hope with Ten Hag in our throne, I guess that we will do much, much better in the coming season. But for him, or as well as the team, to achieve that, we need good players, we need new players, we need quality players. Those are the three paramount things we will be needing if we want to, achieve more than what we did in the last year, guys. So yeah, if you ask me, Rohit, that would be my answer. That those are the things we need to change, the way we run the club, and obviously we need to tweak our gameplay as well. But it will obviously depend on how many players we are getting, what quality of players we are getting. So yeah, man. A lot of you guys have joined. Thank you, man. What will be your Manchester United squad for next season? Auditra have asked that. And you know what, Auditra, I have actually answered that in my Q&A session. If you have seen that, if you haven't seen that, please go and see that. It was a really fun session, man. So anyway, if you ask me, I would put Rashford in the left, and I will answer this if I was the manager and if I was in charge of the transfer market and all that stuff in the current season. So I would go Rashford in the left wing. I would go for Anthony in the right wing, and I would go for Victor Osimhen in the striker position, Bruno Fernandes in the attacking mid, Frankie de Jong in the center mid, Casemiro on the defensive mid, Luke Shaw on left back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right back. You can go for Dalot as well. He's as much as a good player as Wan-Bissaka, but I prefer Wan-Bissaka over Dalot. Two centre backs would be Martinez and Varane, and obviously it would be David De Gea. Or if it's not David De Gea, if you ask me personally, I would have gone for Diego Costa. Andre Onana is as good as Diego Costa, but I would prefer Diego Costa over Andre Onana, man. So that would be my starting 11 for the next season if I was the manager of Manchester United. You can contradict me in that particular sector. I will love to hear your answer as well. So moving on to the next question, I guess. Yeah, Shondipon, it is true, man. We are so much in debt, man. We are so knee-deep in debt. We can't get out of that pile of shit and do some business. And I will come to those subjects that I've said that we will cover a lot of things today. The things that came out from Radcliffe, we have already said that, we have already done that. But there are also some news coming, regarding Mason Greenwood, regarding Harry Maguire, regarding Andre Onana as well. So anyway, let's move on to the Andre Onana subject. It's a very short one. Actually, Fabrizio Romano came out today and said that Manchester United will proceed with a new verbal bid for Andre Onana. His position is clear, prepared to accept Man United if the two clubs will agree on fee. We have seen in the past days, especially yesterday, I guess, that there were some Italian outlets saying that Inter Milan CEO have said that, Manchester United is not complying us with the fee. So we are not looking to sell Andre Onana. If we are not getting enough money, we will not, sell him, as we also need him in our club. But I really don't think that's true. If you ask why, because no club will do that in their right mind. Believe me, it's an insult. It's an insult to their fans. It's an insult to Andre Onana as well. It's like saying, if you are not paying me a shitload of money, I will not get rid of Bruno Fernandes because we like him as well. It's like saying that. So if you give me a shitload of money, I can get rid of him. If Manchester United go out and say that, what impact would that statement have on Bruno Fernandes? What impact would that statement on on all the Manchester United fans? It will not be good. So I really don't think that the Inter Milan CEO has come out and said that. I really don't think so. But what Fabrizio have said, it is true that we have already contacted with his agent and the club's agent. We have put in our verbal bid, our first verbal bid, which was rejected, and now we have put in our second verbal bid, and let's see what Inter Milan, reacts to that as well. I really think that a 40 to 45 million euro deal should pack up the job, should wrap up Andre Onana. As we all know, Inter Milan already owe us money. I'm not saying that they will, give us Andre Onana for free for paying their debt. They will not do that. But I guess there is a potential deal to be done, and we need to move fast on that deal because, as I've said, Manchester United negotiators can't able to do, multiple deals at a time. As I have noticed for the past couple of years, they always do one deal at a time. It was Mason Mount at first, we got him. Now we are moving for Andre Onana. We were in a hibernation mode when it comes to Andre Onana when we were dealing with the Mason Mount deal. So after we have done that Mount deal, now we are moving for Andre Onana. And as long as we are not doing that Onana deal, believe me guys, no matter how much Rasmus Højlund pushes, no matter how much Atalanta pushes, we will not go for Rasmus Højlund until and unless we have already secured our goalkeeper position. Because as we have seen, our negotiators cannot do multiple deals at time. So guys. And see, there is also some news coming from the Times regarding the sale process as well. They said investors in the Manchester United share list at the New York Stock Exchange pressuring to go for the Qatar bid. However, the Glazer family is trying to work through issues on the board. See, that is what the Glazers are exactly doing, man. Those two Glazers, they so really want, badly to sell the club to Sir Jim Ratcliffe so they can get a hold of those 10%, 11% minority share. They are so, blabbering about for the past couple of months that they are reluctant to sell the club because they want to get a hold of the club, even if it's a little bit of percentage. And it just disgusts me, man. And believe me, Sir Jim has given them that, option to delay the sale. He does not care how much long it is taking to get a hold of the club as long as he may have the chance to get the club. And this is not the sign of a good owner. This is not a sign of a good future owner, guys. I must say that. Sandipan, hi, Red Devil. Hi, Sandipan. Hi, Shubhajit is saying hi to everyone. Hi, Shubhajit. Rita Broto is asking that what is Eric Ten Hag cooking? See, the thing is that I have said, right, guys, that the Eric Ten Hag deal is quite complicated in this transfer market. It's because his initial targets were Harry Kane, Mason Mount, Rabiot, Kim Min-jae, and then maybe he would have gone for another striker or maybe a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper situation is really up for debate. In his first plan, I think he would have gone for another striker if he could have secured all those 4 players. But as we all have seen, that he could only secure Mason Mount and nobody else up till now. So that is exactly, I guess, the point where he changed his mind regarding the goalkeeping situation, man. I think, believe me, I think it from the core of my mind that, yeah, David De Gea was in his plan, man. It was exactly in his plan. Otherwise, he couldn't have offered a contract in the month of May. He offered him a contract quite a few months ago, quite a few days ago. So why would he pull out his own contract, the contract he gave to De Gea? Otherwise, there is some change inside the club. Because we were not able to sign those players, so he needed a goalkeeper who can play out from the back, so he can twitch his gameplay in the coming season. Because if we have gotten, players like Harry Kane, Mason Mount, Rabiot, and Kim Min-jae, maybe players like, instead of Rabiot, if we have got out and gone Caicedo and bought another striker, he could have played the way he wanted to play. Maybe a more positional based gameplay, maybe a more attacking style, But with this kind of signing, if we have to go and buy Rasmus Højlund as his first team striker, and he have to go out and buy a French centre back and something like that, he needs a goalkeeper, a strong goalkeeper who can pass out from the back, who have the ability to cross the ball long, so that when we have the chance, we can go for the counter attack. As we all know, we have Rashford, Anthony already in the top 3 position, and if we get Højlund, then those 3 players have one thing definitely in common, and that is speed. And that is exactly what we will be needing if Eric Ten Hag is trying to play counter-attacking in the coming season, as he is not back with the players he wanted. Vinicius Junior or Rashford is better? I guess Vinny is better than Rashford. I do guess, but there is a lot of way to go for Vinicius Junior. He's still very young. But if you ask me personally if Rashford is better or Vinicius Junior is better, I think that if I am being impartial to both of them, I guess Vinicius Junior is a bit better than Rashford. Hey, exactly, Shivaya. That is exactly right. They don't care about the sale, man. They do not care about the sale. They do not care about the well-being of our club. They do not care about the well-being of our fans. They do not care about those things, man. The Glazers only care about the money they are getting. That is the only thing they care about. And believe me or not, the person who is fueling them in that thought process is Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Because if he would have got in the bid for 100% of the club, he would be out, for a long time. And we have already, Qatar would have already gotten a hold of the club. So yeah, it just disgusts me to think the way that the way they are handling the situation, man. It really disgusts me. Yeah, Rohit is asking that should Manchester United give Mason Greenwood another chance, man. There is a news coming out regarding Mason Greenwood from Laurie Whitwell. I will read this out, guys. This is from Laurie Whitwell, and he is saying that I want to say one thing before that. That today, right now, today, I guess it's 6th of July. Today was the official date for every player to join in Carrington to for our for training and all that stuff. The only player who didn't join the whole team was Mason Greenwood, and that is what Laurie Whitwell have to say about that. A decision is still yet to be made on Mason Greenwood's future, but it is expected there will be a resolution before the start of the Premier League campaign on the second weekend in August. While the outcome is not yet known, there is an impression that Man United are minded to keep Greenwood contracted to the club. That would mean steering clear of terminating his contract or negotiating a departure, and leaving the options of bringing him back to the first team. Erik Ten Hag is open to having Mason Greenwood in his squad at some stage. Ten Hag will take his lead from the finding of the investigation, but purely based on football, he can see a place for the 21-year-old. The manager's voice carries weight. Man United are aware of the significant difficulties that would be associated with reintegrating Mason Greenwood. Some planning on how it might be possible has already taken place. See, the thing is that, guys, when it comes to Mason Greenwood, you have just heard what I said, what Laurie Whitwell said. So yeah, when it comes to Mason Greenwood, I really think, if you ask me, I absolutely think that they will loan him out in this season. And as we have all heard, that Jose Mourinho from Roma is interested in him. He directly called his father about Mason Greenwood, that the only way to get out of the dungeon he is in right now is to play football, is to play more and more football, so he can get into the normal life. And as I said, guys, if we put Mason Greenwood in our Manchester United shirt and put him in Old Trafford, believe me or not, guys, he will get booed. He will get booed by our own fans. Believe me or not, he will get that. We have seen earlier that our own players getting booed by our own fans when it came to Paul Pogba. So yeah, there is a huge, and that is not a possibility. That is for sure that we as Manchester United fans and him as well will face a huge amount of banter from the opponent crowd as well. So I guess loaning him out would be the best option, and see from there where it goes, how he plays. Does he have a place for Manchester United still after 1 year? And I guess that will be their course of action, man. That will be their course of action. So anyway, let me see through the question, guys. Rohit is saying, bro, you are awesome. Thank you, man. You guys are awesome as well. Please put your questions up. If you guys have any questions, please put it up, man. Rito brother, thank you, Rito brother, for agreeing with me. See, it's not about agreeing with me. If you do not even agree with me, it's okay. It's absolutely fine if you are not agreeing with me in some particular subject, So it's absolutely fine, guys. But the thing is that I always speak out my mind. There is no news out there that would manipulate me. Believe me, guys. So when yesterday night, when we were chatting, when we were our live session in the night, when Ashley came and said that, that first comment he did, Ashley did his first comment that there is a news coming out from the Qatar sector. I did deny that. And the only reason I denied that because I didn't have enough information regarding that subject, regarding that particular notation. So yeah, I always try to give you the filtered news I get. I always follow the most authentic journalist as possible. Even sometimes they do mistake, and that's gettable, man. Even a journalist is a human being, right? He's not God or something like that he will know everything beforehand. So yeah. Anurag is saying, if I will be online at night. So yeah, guys, I will be online tonight as well. We will have our live session, but it will not be in 10 p.m. It will be on 11 p.m. Sharp at 11 p.m. I will be live. I will put up the post in the community section as well. I guess from now on, we will all have a live session in 4 p.m. and in 11 p.m. as well. It would be, I guess, our daily routine. I hope so. If you guys join me, I am glad to do 2 live sessions a day. It would be 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. So yeah, guys. Anurag is saying, get Onana done, sell as much height as we can, then throw the lot at Levi's bald head and go and get Kane. Seriously, man. Seriously, Anurag, you are absolutely right about this, man. We need to do our deals fast. It's already July. It's already 6th of July. It's not even a week left. We are playing our first preseason match and the only player Eddie Ten Hag got is Mason Mount. So we need to sign the players we are targeting and move the fuck on. And we need to sell players, man. And when it comes to Harry Maguire, there is also some news regarding Harry Maguire as well. Just a minute, guys. This is coming from Jamie Jackson. He is saying, Ten Hag and Harry Maguire are open to the defender parting ways. Yet Maguire's increased pay means he will measure any prospective move against the potential loss of earning as well as weighing up whether it would be the correct football decision. Harry Maguire's salary increase as a result of Manchester United qualifying for the Champions League is making it more challenging to sell the defender. See, as we all know that all of our team's players' wages got cut in the previous year when we were out of Champions League. All the players' wage were 25% cut off because we couldn't, qualify for the Champions League. But as we have done it this year, those wages will come up again. Okay, so he is currently in 200k a weekly wage. That is a huge amount of money. And believe me or not, guys, there is no club, absolutely no club out. There are clubs out there who are willing to buy him with 30 million, with 35 million maybe, but there is no club who will be willing to pay 200k per week a wage. Believe me, man. There will be no club we will get who will be able to, give that wage to Harry Maguire. So yeah, we will, find a real hardship when it comes to selling Harry Maguire, when it's getting rid of Harry Maguire. And it's not his fault. See, the thing is that as a footballer, he's not my favorite. I do not like him as a footballer. But I don't know him personally, right, guys? We do not know him personally. So if you can able to think for 1 second maybe from Harry Maguire's perspective, it's not his fault that Manchester United paid a shitload of money to Leicester to get him. It's not his fault that Manchester United paid a shitload of money in his wages. So why, after 4 years, he would take a wage cut so that Manchester United can get rid of him? I think he's right when he's thinking about his family. Because let's not kid, the most he can get from any other club is 100k max to max, 100k, 120k, and that will actually disrupt his personal financial situation. And as we all know, those who are earning money for their family, it does matter when that money falls down halfway. That matters, man. No matter how much money you are making. He is 200k a week right now. If he goes down to 100k a week, it will impact his personal life. So I really don't think that we will be able to get rid of Harry Maguire. Other than there is one way to do that, is to sell him to a club and pay him off. That is what exactly Qatar would have done. That is what exactly Sheikh Jassim would have done. We would have paid him out. Here's your 2-year salary. Now you can go join at any other club and we will take the selling fee and use it in our transfer market. That is what we should have done, but we could not do it. We can't do it. And the reason why? Because he is an asset put against to the debt we have. That is the most fucked up situation, guys. We can't get rid of our players because they are put as assets against our debt, against our humongous debt we have. Yeah, so please join me on the chat in the night as well, man. He's also saying that fair play to Mount, by the way, if he come in and ask for 7, shows balls to want that pressure, regardless of whether you like him having the number. Exactly, man. See, I think Eric Ten Hag knows as much as Mason Mount knows the value of the number 7 shirt, the weight of the number 7 shirt that carries in Manchester United. We have some legends wearing that shirt. We know we have got some flops as well. Players like Memphis Depay and Di Maria was also a flop in that number. I would say that Di Maria is not a bad player, but he was a flop in our club. Anyway, but we have also have some pure legends, pure gold in our club in the past wearing that shirt. So yeah, that shirt, that particular number carries a lot of weight. It does carry a lot of weight, and I really hope that Mason Mount is up to the task. So I will not judge him until and unless I see him play. After 1 year, I may judge him that how well he performed, how did he do, was he a worthy of number 7 shirt? I can answer those questions. We all can answer those questions when we have seen him play, after 1 year or maybe a 2-year gap. So yeah, we will know back then, I guess. Yeah, Shibayan, Harry and Glazer is, ruining us up. Yeah, Mason Mount in the theatre of dreams, the boy who had a dream to play for Manchester United. I hope it is true, Rohit, believe me. I was actually avoiding the subject of him releasing a video. You guys have all seen, I guess, in Instagram and all the it's circulating all over in the social media that he made a goodbye video for Chelsea fans. If you ask me, I do not care about that. Why should I care about that? I am a Manchester United fan, man. I do not care if you are, saying goodbye to your previous club. But I would say one thing though, it didn't help him. The goodbye video he made, it didn't help him at all. Because it doesn't matter to us. To us Manchester United fans, that goodbye video don't mean anything to us. But if I were a Chelsea fan, I would still have resented him because he left us. No matter what you say, you left us, man. For something good in your mind, you left us. So yeah, it won't matter how many times you apologize. At least do not apologize. Believe me, man. If he's playing well in Manchester United and maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later, clubs like Barcelona, clubs like Real Madrid, clubs like Bayern Munich try to buy him, and he goes out to that club and record, an apology video for us Manchester United fans, I will resent him as much as for going out as making that video. Because at least be a man, at least stand on your ground that yeah, you have moved on, you have made up a decision, no matter what happens, you will stick to that decision. And that's it, man. You do not need to make an apologize video for it. Please do not do that. I would request him that in any case, in any future, if he wants to leave Manchester United, please do not make an apologizing video for us, man. Please do not do that. So yeah, guys. Bro, one question. Why is Manchester United so popular than any other club in India? What do you think about that? It's a really interesting question, man. It is indeed a really interesting question. I must say that. See, if you ask me that why is Manchester United so popular than any other club in India, I have a technical answer. I don't know if it will fulfill your question, but I would try to answer it anyway. I think it's with, it's a lot to do with technology, man. Because Manchester United started winning trophies when it was 90s, like early 90s. From 1992, we actually started winning trophies. And that was the time television was actually introduced to all over the world, especially countries like India. We all know that we are a third world country per se, as the people say that yeah, we are a third world country. So in those time of period, television was very rare, and it was introducing in the market. It was booming in the market at that point of time, and people were able to watch things which they weren't for a very long time. So yeah, I guess that could be a reason, because our fathers, our previous generation were able to watch those games. We were able to watch those games, and that I guess will created a huge amount of fan in India, man. Huge amount of Manchester United fans in India. I guess that could be the reason. Because see, the thing is that if a technology of television have hit the market now in 2010, and we started seeing television from 2010, and we watch Manchester City win every trophies, I'm pretty sure we would have been Manchester City fan. So yeah, I guess that could be a reason, but obviously it's all about the love you have for your club. It doesn't come from television. It doesn't come from any other person. It comes from within you. So yeah, as they all say, you can change anything, but you can't change your football club. So yeah, man. Yeah, is Man United planning to sell Arda Güler? I really don't think so, Anurag. We are not actually linked with him. We are not actually linked with Arda Güler. I would be glad if we were linked with him. No, we are linked with Romeo Lavia. We are linked with him a bit, but I guess Liverpool will win that race as they have gone in pretty hard for that deal. And as we all know, as I've said over and over again in our past sessions, that yeah, Manchester United negotiators cannot do multiple deals at time. So obviously, man, it's hard to say if they are interested. If we do not have the money to buy him right now. That is for sure. We do not have the money to go out and buy players what Erik ten Hag wants because we simply do not have the money. Glazers didn't back us enough, and you know what? We couldn't even sell the players because of the Glazers. They say that we need to sell players to buy players, but how can we sell players who are already put as asset against those debt? So yeah, it's a really tricky and messed up situation, man. Why over and over again? Yeah, man, it's over and over again, man. I am so disgusted by this club's policy, the way they run the club. It's really disgusting, man. It's shameful, and I really don't know what else to say to these guys to change their mind. If there was a way, I would have tried. All of our fans would have tried that, but I really don't see an ending to this sale process really soon. To be very honest, guys, it could drag out, until after we have already faced our, first match in the Premier League. It could drag out that long. It could drag out until Christmas, I guess. So yeah, man, it's really hard to say right now. It's really saying the one we have got, we should be happy about that. That is exactly what happened. I said you guys, right? Even in our community as well. When I first put out the poll, 60% of you guys wanted to walk out from the Mount deal. But when I put up the poll about the reaction of the Mount signing, 60% of you guys said that it was superb. And you were not wrong. I felt superb as well, as you guys felt that way. And the only reason we felt that way because Manchester United does nothing. They do nothing, absolutely nothing. So when they go out and do something, we get overwhelmed. It's natural. It's quite natural that we get overwhelmed by simple little things because we do nothing. Rohit is agreeing with me. Yes, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. This is how our club's been running for the past 20 years, and it's in shambles, man. They have eaten the core of our club, man. It's just a skeleton. The Old Trafford is just a skeleton left in there. I have seen the reports coming out from the British media that what the condition they have made of Old Trafford. They didn't invest. Believe me, they didn't invest a single penny for the last 17 years in Old Trafford, man. But the washroom gets knee deep in water when there is in the half time. There is no proper water supply. The roof is broken. Water leaks from the roof. From Old Trafford's roof, water leaks from it. That is how they made the club, man. That is how they have rotten the club from its very core. So obviously we need, owners like Sheikh Jassim who would give us that boost, the boost we very well deserve, man. The boost we very well deserve. So anyway, guys, we have had our live session. Guys, you have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it as well. So please smash the like button if you have liked it, subscribe it, and hit the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever I am getting live. So I will see you guys tonight at 11 p.m. I will put up a community post as well that we will have our live sessions from now on. We will have live session twice a day. It will be 4 p.m. as of today and 11 p.m. at night. Okay, guys. And thank you guys for joining. Thank you all of you guys for joining. Bye, bro. Bye, everybody. And see you in our next session. Okay, guys? Bye.